Hey guys, Supersonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode 1 of the Milan career mode. I'm sure you guys have been anticipating this one. I am starting my new career mode and it's with AC Milan. They won the poll and they're the team we're going to use. We had to cut the West Ham series a bit short, unfortunately, because I accidentally deleted the file. I have a backup file this time. For this career mode, I'm going to have a backup file. So you have no reason to be anxious, shall we say, that um, that something like that will happen. Either way, guys, the theme of this career mode is falling giants or sleeping giants, because all four of the teams, Milan, Hamburg, Deportivo La Coruña, and Marseille, have all been big clubs at one time or another. Even Hamburg, yes, Hamburg were champions of the Bundesliga about I think 7 times, and they have one European title to their name. And of course, Deportivo La Coruña, I think they have 1 or 2 La Ligas in the last 10 years, and they have, of course, been the past about 10 years ago, were one of the bigger clubs in Europe. Either way, and obviously Marseille, champions of Europe and champions of France a good few times, but Milan, the most successful club out of those four, the joint second most successful club in Italy with 18 Scudettos. Joint second with their intercity rivals Inter, who also have 18 Scudettos, and behind only Juventus with 32 Scudettos, although they claim they have 34. And if they have 34, that would mean that Inter Milan have 17, as the 2004-05 Serie A was given to Inter Milan. The 2005-06 one wasn't given a clear winner, and it's all because it's a match-fixing scandal, and Juventus had those 2 Scudettos revoked, but they claim still have them. So Juventus believe they have 34 Scudettos, and that Inter would then have 17. Either way, guys, this is the team you've inherited at Milan. This is our default starting lineup. Feel free to pause if you want to look at formation and who's playing in what positions and things. And this is our backup lineup. Either way, guys, it's a squad that could use some improvement. There's a lot of deadwood in the squad, but there's also a lot of quality, a lot of good young players, the likes of Calabria and Chilio. Gianluigi Donnarumma is probably the best example. Also, as well, there's the likes of Locatelli, who scored the winning goal in real life between Milan and Juventus, and there's also Yang. So there's a good structure, a good young structure. Also, Romagnoli, who is one of the better young centre backs in Italy, or even in the game, to be honest with you. So Milan certainly do have a lot of things going for them, and they're currently sitting in third place in Serie A, meaning they could hypothetically be possibly on their way back, bouncing back. Either way, we had our first pre-season game there, which we simmed against Nice. We won 4-1, but an injury for Juraj Kuchka means he'll be out for 2 months, which is unfortunate. So he'll be out for the first couple of games of the new season. So we sim this game against Fenerbahce with the backup side, and we lose. And then we go back to the first 11 for this game against Lokomotiv Moscow, and we run out 1-0 winners. Giving us €2 million, as Romagnoli's injured for 3 days, but sending us to the knockout round of the competition. During this time, by the way, guys, I have a list of players that I want to sign, but I'm in the middle of scouting them at this stage of the recording, anyway. And I'll start making moves after the tournament's over. Semi-final then, between Milan and Bilbao. We win that 2-1. So we move on to the final of the tournament, which I am going to play. Anyway, we hire a youth scout here, Danny Prestes from Portugal. He was the only good youth scout available, so we signed him. Sorry, muddled my words a bit. It's only when we get another one that's good that we're going to send them both at the same time. Anyway, we have the final of the preseason tournament here against Villarreal as we take on the Yellow Submarine at the Parc des Princes in France. I'm playing in the default first 11. It's my first game with them, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously, this is a post-recording, but I will show you guys how it went with this team anyway. As you see the Villarreal team there. That's the team they play. So Villarreal came fourth last year in the Liga, in La Liga, I should say. And obviously a good team in their own right. This is my default lineup, by the way. Donnarumma in goal, back over to Chilio, Romagnoli, Paletta. I'm not going to have time to say it all. I bring in Pasalic for where Kuchka would be because obviously he was injured in the first game. But if you want to see what my default first 11 is, there is another chance to look at it. I showed you it earlier. But anyway, with the first chance of the game, we get the first goal of the game as Mbini Yang, the Frenchman, is set away down the left hand side. He puts his head onto the right foot, shoots low down against the Villarreal keeper, and the Villarreal keeper can only parry it as Mbini Yang makes it Milan 1, Villarreal 0. Just over 10 minutes into the final of this pre-season tournament, as Mbini Yang makes it 1-0 to the Rossoneri. Good finish from Mbini Yang. I'm on the sideline, I'm happy with that. My first goal in the actual played game with Milan. Then we come forward again, and Mbini Yang would sprint past a couple of Villarreal defenders, play the ball inside towards Carlos Bacca, who with the first time shot would force a good save out of Asenjo as it will go for a corner. The corner will be swung in by Suso in towards Jacobo Bonaventura, but Bonaventura heads over the bar, and it would be Villarreal 0, Milan 1 at half time. So to the second half then, and here Cedric Bakambu is played in here. He shoots wide of Gianluigi Donnarumma's post, having been set away by his Villarreal teammate. As Villarreal spurring the opportunity to make it 1-1 against us here, as Bakambu shoots wide against the young Donnarumma, who I sense is going to be a star in this squad, given his potential, one of the best young players in the game. From a corner here, Villarreal will swing the ball in, trying to get an equaliser still. It's swung in by Denis Cheryshev, headed away only as far as this man here, into Cedric Bakambu, who got the ball back into the box. He'll be headed by Manu Trigueros, but Donnarumma would parry it behind. And then in the 19th minute, a long ball forward will be played on towards Cedric Bakambu, who would go past a couple of Milan defenders, shoot and score, make it Villarreal 1, Milan 1. He does come from two centre backs, Paletta and Romagnoli, and he finishes into the back of the net past Donnarumma to make it Villarreal 1, Milan 1, and possibly take the game to extra time, given how late the game it was. And after some extra time in the preseason tournaments. And I think Donnarumma could have been a bit better than that, considering how massive he is. Anyway, just finished 1-1, and these were 5 penalty takers. First penalty taker here for Villarreal is Alexandre Pato up against Gianluigi Donnarumma, but Pato hits the post. Then for us, up steps, let's see what it is. It's then first Villarreal comes Cedric Bakambu, and it's saved by Donnarumma. Then up steps Keisuke Honda off the bench for us. Fires into the back of the net. Then up steps against Trigueros for Villarreal. Up against the teenage Donnarumma. He shoots wide of the post. Then up steps this guy. His shot was penalty saved by Asenjo, but is put to the back of the net. Then with things on the line for Villarreal, up steps this Denis Cheryshev from a Real Madrid man, as he just about scores by sliding it underneath Donnarumma's body. Then we would have our penalty chance to win the shootout with Mbini Yang the goal scorer, but he shoots straight at Asenjo, and Villarreal have a must-score opportunity here, and they do score, meaning that we once again have the opportunity to win it, with Giacomo Bonaventura, whose shot penalty is saved. Then Villarreal have levelled it at this point, so they have to take their penalty as we go into sudden death, saved by Donnarumma, and then the final penalty, the sudden death penalty, comes down to Manuel Locatelli, and he scores. Locatelli scores a winning penalty just as he scored the winner between Milan and Juventus, as the young man makes us the winners of this final, I guess is the best way to put it. As the number 73 Locatelli finishes with aplomb past Asenjo. Power, precision from the teenager as the number 73 scores for Milan. And that means we are crowned the victors of this tournament. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the European International Cup. Yeah, it is the European International Cup. I didn't even know this until now. I just saw the advertising board now. As the lads, I'm calling them that, the lads celebrate and join together to lift the trophy. the whole team as well. First game with AC Milan, and we pick up our first silverware, so that's not too bad. As trophy is lifted there by Paletta, as Milan are crowned champions of the European International Cup. A couple of cannons going off with confetti. But either way, we are crowned champions. That's nice. So moving on from that, we do pick up €4 million in prize money. Following that, we do have a bit of player training here with the three lads, Donnarumma, Chilio, and Calabria. And Chilio goes go up to 77, as does Donnarumma go up to 78. And now, this is the exciting bit, we get to make our first couple of signings, our first couple attempts to sign players. As we do go in for Andrea Bellotti of Torino, as we go with the valuation bid of €13 million. Then we go in for this guy, Marvin Stefaniak, and you might be asking me, why are you going for a 69 overall left winger, John? Well, what I want to buy is a backup left winger, a backup to Mbinian. And the best kind of person in terms of overall that would be a backup to Mbinian is that guy, Marvin Stefaniak. So we're going to try to sign him. Trino rejected offer for Bellotti, so we do go in with an improved offer of 17.5 million. As to Dino Dresden, reject our offer for Stefaniak, so we have to go back in once again. And then some more player training here in between those transfer deals. Those are my main areas to strengthen, obviously, and a prolific striker to play alongside Carlos Bacca and a backup left winger. I also do try and bring in an extra central midfielder here. First of all, Marco Benassi of Torino, as we go with a £12 million bid for him. And then another bid for Lorenzo Pellegrini, 76 overall, 20 years old, from Sassuolo. They always seem to have good young players, Sassuolo. Anyway, Dresden and Torino both accept our offers for Stefaniak and Bellotti respectively, so we put in our transfer offers here for them. As you put in that offer for Stefaniak, just give him my one, so don't specify the squad role because I like this. I like to leave the squad role a bit ambitious, or not ambitious, ambiguous. That's what I was looking for, ambiguous. Anyway, Sassuolo reject our bid for Lorenzo Pellegrini, so we do submit an improved offer of €12 million, as opposed to 8, I believe we offered them to begin with. Trino then reject our offer for Marco Benassi, so we improve our offer to, what do we improve it to? We improve it to €15 million. Very nice, very nice. Then Stefaniak declines the contract because of his lack of a squad role, I believe. Let's give him a squad rotation player. He'll be a backup for Mbinian, so that's realistically what he will be. But Andrea Bellotti does accept his contract. So he becomes our first signing at Milan. He becomes our new number 9, save for Carlos Bacca, of course, who will also play in that position. But Andrea Bellotti, the young Italian striker, 22 years old, 78 overall, does become our first signing. Sassuolo accept our bid, our €12 million bid for Lorenzo Pellegrini, their 20-year-old, as we offer him a contract, see what he says. Then Marco Benassi, though, Torino reject our offer for Marco Benassi, so we go with a higher bid again. But Marvin Stefaniak has kept his contract, so it becomes our second signing. Again, only 69 overall, not the best, but he has good potential, and I think he'll do a decent job as a backup for Mbinian. So that's more or less the only reason I purchased him. And then some more player training, as of course we didn't have any games in this time. It's just the end of the preseason, almost a month until our first domestic game. Lorenzo Pellegrini, though, does accept his contract, so he becomes our third signing of the episode alone. So some good transfer deals being done in this episode, anyway. And he does join Milan as an extra centre mid to add to the squad rotation. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys. More or less, as we hired this Greek scout here, and we'll send them out eventually. And the next episode we take on Juventus, which will be a live game, and then Torino and